How we doing, guys? Myself, Chris Petty, OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real talk, true season, a scenario right now. I'm assuming that this is a skit. Someone's also told me that it's not real, but at the same time, the concept is still real because this is still a lot of our parents' reality now when it comes down to disciplining our child. Take a look at this.
Don't you nearly?
No, yeah, you haven't got to be there till 11:30.
I'm gonna be where?
School.
I ain't fucking going school.
Miley, you're going school.
I ain't fucking going. I've told you this shit. I'll be in for an hour. That's it. There's no point.
Miley, you're going to school.
I'll smash. I promise I'm going to smash on it.
You smash anything in my bedroom.
Miley, fucking threats me because I promise you now this room will go down.
You were going to
fucking flames me, so you best shut your mouth. I ain't going nowhere. You're taking me fucking shopping up Tunstall today, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it.
You're going to school.
You're not going to take me as well, and then go get my nails redone.
Don't worry, I'll wait. Help me make it make sense. First and foremost, I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's a skit. I don't know if it's fake, but let's just talk on a scenario. Let's just talk on the basis of what would you do if your child was talking to you like this? That's the first and foremost. What would you do? Like, I know, and we can't just go straight to the hitting. I'll just hit the... We've got to actually understand this child's mentality now. She's obviously in secondary school. She's saying she don't want to go to school and it's already 11 o'clock. So that lets you know that she's on that half-time, part-time school where she's allowed to come in for a couple of hours, which they normally do for math, science and English, and then allow the child to go home. This is the next step before she's going to be going to pupil referral units. This is the next step before you know that she's going to be kicked out of school and then she's going to be on the streets surviving for herself. Once again, you've got to sit there as a parent now and say, how far have you allowed this to go? Let's keep it real. You know when that child was probably young and she probably swore, and everyone's laughing. Don't say that. Shut up. Everyone's laughing. When they're 3, 4, it's laughs. Shut up, go away. Don't tell me to go away when they're 7, 8, 9, 10. It's innocent. She's now 13, 14 years of age and she's now screaming out of the top of her lungs. This is not even good for her mental health. This is not even good for her health. Like blood pressure and everything. For young people right now, this is the reasons why it's suicidal. This is the reasons why depression kicks in. This is the reasons why young people are growing up way too fast. And if not as adults, we are not constructing them, or if not guiding them in the right way. Now, a lot of people are saying it's a skits and, maybe it is. And if that is the case, you're monetizing off your young person's behavior just for likes and shares. Like, look at the representation that she's now showing for herself. We need to be very, very conscious and aware. I know social media, everyone loves a little bit of the fame and it's nice to get the views. It's nice to get the clicks and the likes and the shares. But this young girl, I feel like she needs help. And regardless of the fact whether it's a skit or not, she's not going to school. And that is plain, that's a fact. That's not a skit, that's a fact. So once again, if she's not going to school and she is shouting like this every single day, yes, this might be a skit and she's like, oh, let's do this and this school will be funny to say that I'm not going to school and all the rest of it. Maybe she did go to school, but you can see that she's hurting. You can see that she's angry. You can see that she's vulnerable right now. You can see that she's a child that ain't getting the love or the support that she needs to be able to articulate herself or even allow herself to feel at peace. Like she's in that house with her mum. Her mum finds it funny, or her mum feels like it's consistent basis things that happen. Like it seems like there's no father figure in the house. Like, where's the father? Where's the male role model to adopt this understanding to say this is not how we act? You've got to teach your child that there's a world when you step outside there. She can't be talking like that. Someone will pull it on her. If she talks to another girl, that could face her into much more fights. They can face her into a charge where she's getting into a stage where she might have to feel like she's got to commit a crime, or she's got to go back with a knife, or she's going to end up doing ABH, GBH. She can't keep shouting and feeling like she can run around the world screaming and shouting at everyone and saying that she can't do this. But this is what we've allowed the young people to do. But then we've got to talk about the system. Let's keep it real. The system doesn't even allow you to discipline your child anymore. The system doesn't even allow you to ground your child, to chastise your child, to obviously hit your child. So once again, if these kids know all of that and they have that understanding that your parents can't do nothing, what are we then? Do we just become carers? Because some people can sit there and be like, she needs to go into care, but the care system ain't no better, because they're not going to be able to structure her. They're not going to be able to understand where she's coming from. They're not going to love her like her mum should be loving her and nurturing her, because she doesn't have no connection right now. And it's a sad sight when you see a young person like this. And I work in schools, so this might be a scare. Certain people might jump in the message and be like, Chris, it's fake. Cool, but I'm in schools every single day, and I see young girls and young boys acting this out. Acting out aggression, acting out of like, I don't give a damn, I don't care, swearing, effing, blinding to their mums, effing, swearing, blinding to teachers, want to fight everyone. But really and truly they're hurt. Really and truly they feel abandoned. Really and truly they feel alone. Really and truly they just want someone to listen. Really and truly they might have been abused by a family member where it might be close to home and they don't know how to address it. They might be feeling suicidal. Something could have happened and triggered them in a sense of the way that your relationship is with them. Maybe you got too much guys around the house. Maybe there's too much uncles coming in and you feel like everybody's here and supportive and you know where they are, but at the same time they're in danger. They might be going out too much and going to a friend's house, which are not even identifying where they are or asking where do their parents live, and that parent might be giving them drugs. That parent might also have other males around the house that could be influencing your child, sexually abusing your child, giving your child alcohol, drugs, influencing your child. So once again, it's not just sometimes always outside the house, it's also inside the house. And we've got to have a better structure and not to be able to cast this young girl off. What she needs counseling. What she needs is a real support. And what she needs to do is to address the trauma of whatever she's faced, because she's definitely faced something. But what would you do in this situation? Your child is screaming, effing, blinding at you. What would you do? Not in the fact of what would you do in the sense of would you still send them to school? What would you do if your child was acting like this? What would be the steps? Would you go down the counseling route? Would you send your child to social services? Would you just give up on your child like it seems like this mum's given up? Would you find the father and try and give it to the father? What would you do in this situation? And is there any parents that feel like they're in a similar situation and they have an answer, or they found the answer of solutions? Because this is what it's about. Sometimes we have to act out these scenarios because many of us are going to face ourselves one day going through this situation and won't know what to do. So if you've got any advice, please comment below. What would you do in a situation? But at the same time, sad times. What's your guys' thoughts? Comment below.